Welcome to the Everyday English channel.
We're so glad you're here.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Everyday English Channel. I'm Sarah, and I am thrilled you've joined us today for something incredibly practical, yet surprisingly complex.
And I'm Jack. Today we're diving into something you do every single day, something so familiar you probably don't even think about it. Yet when someone asks you to describe it in English, you freeze.
You freeze completely. We're talking about your daily routine, your everyday life, the things you do from the moment you wake up until your head hits the pillow at night.
At night, finally. And here's what's fascinating. Stick with us because we're revealing something most English learners get completely wrong about routines, something that makes you sound unnatural, even when your grammar is perfect.
Is perfect, technically. But before we reveal that secret, please hit that subscribe button right now. Join our Everyday English channel family, because this video contains phrases you'll use literally every single day.
Every single day, guaranteed. And please stay until the end, because we're sharing the #1 mistake that immediately identifies you as a non-native speaker when talking about routines. You don't want to miss this.
To miss this crucial point, also, drop a comment below telling us what time you typically wake up. We're curious about our global audience and your daily schedules across different time zones.
Different time zones worldwide. So let's start with the obvious question. What exactly is a daily routine? It's the sequence of activities you do regularly, day after day, week after week, your predictable patterns.
Your predictable patterns of living. But here's what makes routines interesting. They're both universal and completely unique. Everyone wakes up, everyone eats, everyone sleeps. Yet how you do these things is entirely personal.
Entirely personal, truly. And in 2026, routines look different than they did even 5 years ago. Technology has changed everything. Work has changed, sleep patterns have changed, even breakfast has changed.
Has changed dramatically, but we'll get to those modern differences in a moment. First, let's talk about why describing your routine in English matters so much. Why learn these phrases?
These phrases specifically? Because people ask constantly, what's a typical day like for you? What time do you usually wake up? What do you do in the mornings? These questions appear everywhere.
Appear everywhere, constantly, in job interviews, on dates, making friends, small talk, professional conversations. You need smooth, natural answers, not awkward, translated from your language answers.
Translated from your language responses. And here's a teaser for that secret we mentioned. It has to do with how native speakers use time words, but we'll reveal the full pattern later. Keep watching.
Keep watching, definitely. Let's start with the morning, the beginning of your day. This is where routines begin, where everyone starts their daily cycle of activities.
Of activities repeated. What time do you wake up? Notice the verb wake up, not just wake. We use the phrasal verb. I wake up at 6:30. I usually wake up around 7. I tend to wake up early.
To wake up naturally. What about get up? This is different from wake up. Waking up is when your eyes open. Getting up is when you actually leave the bed. Sometimes there's a gap.
There's a gap, definitely. I wake up at 6, but I don't get up until 6:30. This is common, especially with smartphones. People wake up and scroll for 30 minutes before actually getting up.
Actually getting up physically. This is so 2026, isn't it? The phone checking immediately, before even getting out of bed. Many people's first action is reaching for their device.
For their device automatically. The first thing I do is check my phone. I immediately look at my messages. I scroll through social media for a few minutes. Modern morning reality.
Morning reality currently. But here's an interesting question, and stay with us because this connects to that secret we're building toward. How do you describe frequency in your routine?
In your routine accurately, we use specific adverbs: always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never. These words show how regularly you do something, and their position in the sentence matters.
In the sentence, placement matters. We'll come back to this because native speakers have a very specific rhythm with these words, a pattern most textbooks don't teach clearly enough.
Teach clearly enough, unfortunately. After getting up, what happens? Most people head to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. Simple, direct. We don't need fancy words here.
Need fancy words at all. What do you do there? I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I take a shower, I use the toilet. These are basic but essential phrases for daily life.
For daily life description, notice we say brush my teeth, not clean my teeth. We say take a shower, not do a shower or make a shower. These specific verb-noun combinations matter.
Combinations matter tremendously. I have a shower also works in British English. Both take a shower and have a shower are correct. American English prefers take. British often uses have.
British often uses have for many activities. Have breakfast, have a bath, have a rest. American English uses take more frequently. Take a shower, take a nap, take a break.
Take a break from talking about grammar. Let's continue with the morning routine. After the bathroom, many people get dressed. I get dressed. I put on my clothes. I change into my work outfit.
My work outfit appropriate. In 2026, this looks different for many people. Remote work has changed everything. Some people never change out of comfortable clothes. I just throw on something casual since I work from home.
From home entirely. I don't bother with formal clothes anymore. I basically live in athleisure. These are real 2026 statements. Work attire has transformed dramatically.
Transformed dramatically indeed. What about breakfast? This is interesting because breakfast habits vary enormously. Some people never skip it, others always skip it. Some have elaborate meals, others grab something quick.
Something quick, desperately. How do we talk about this? I have breakfast at 7. I usually eat something light. I just grab a coffee. I skip breakfast most days. I'm not a breakfast person.
A breakfast person at all. Notice I'm not a breakfast person. This is very natural English. We describe ourselves as morning people or night people, breakfast people or not. These phrases sound native.
Sound native completely. What might you eat? I have cereal. I make eggs and toast. I grab a smoothie. I just drink coffee. I prepare overnight oats. I heat up leftovers.
Heat up leftovers surprisingly. Yes, some people eat dinner food for breakfast now. Traditional breakfast rules have dissolved. People eat whatever they want, whenever they want in 2026.
In 2026, freely. And here's something to keep in mind. We're about to reveal a crucial pattern about how native speakers talk about habitual actions. This is the secret we mentioned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned closely. After breakfast, the day truly begins. For many people, this means work, commuting, or logging on from home. I leave for work at 8. I commute for about 40 minutes. I start work at 9.
Work at 9 sharp. Or I log on around 8:30. I boot up my computer. I check my emails first thing. Modern work language reflects technology everywhere now.
Everywhere constantly. The commute experience varies wildly. Some people drive. I drive to work. I sit in traffic for an hour. I listen to podcasts during my commute. Very common 2026 routine.
2026 routine, definitely. Others take public transportation. I take the subway. I catch the 7:15 train. I ride the bus to work. Each person's commute is unique, but the language patterns are similar.
Are similar, fortunately. Some people walk or bike. I walk to the office. I cycle to work. I enjoy the fresh air in the morning. It takes me about 20 minutes on foot.
On foot, literally. And now, here's that secret we've been building toward. Ready? Native speakers almost never say, I always wake up at 6, or I always have breakfast. It sounds robotic.
Sounds robotic completely. Instead, we vary our expressions. I usually wake up around 6. I tend to have breakfast at 7. I normally leave by 8. I typically start work at 9. These sound natural.
sound natural effortlessly. The adverbs usually, normally, typically, generally, and tend to make you sound like a native speaker. They acknowledge that life isn't perfectly consistent every single day.
Every single day, exactly. Even when you do something every day, saying usually or typically sounds more natural than always. This is the pattern that transforms your routine descriptions from textbook to real.
From textbook to real instantly. And notice where these words go in the sentence. I usually wake up at 6. The adverb comes before the main verb. I tend to have breakfast early. Again, before the verb.
Before the verb placement, but with the verb to be, it comes after. I'm usually awake by 6. I'm normally at work by 9. This is automatic for native speakers, but confusing for learners.
For learners, sometimes. Let's continue with the workday routine. What happens during work hours? This depends entirely on your job, obviously, but let's explore common patterns across different professions.
Different professions widely. Office workers might say, I attend meetings throughout the morning. I respond to emails constantly. I work on projects. I collaborate with my team. I take calls.
I take calls frequently. Teachers might say, I teach classes all morning. I prepare lessons. I grade assignments. I meet with students. I attend faculty meetings.
Faculty meetings occasionally. Healthcare workers. I see patients. I make rounds. I update medical records. I consult with colleagues. I handle emergencies. Very different vocabulary, same structure.
Same structure fundamentally. Notice we're using present simple tense for routines. I teach, I attend, I respond, not present continuous. This is crucial for talking about habits and regular activities.
Regular activities repeated. Around midday, lunch happens. How do you talk about lunch break? I take my lunch break at noon. I usually eat at my desk. I go out for lunch with colleagues.
With colleagues, sometimes. Or I bring lunch from home. I order food delivery. I grab something quick from the cafeteria. I skip lunch when I'm busy. All common 2026 lunch patterns.
Lunch patterns varied. Food delivery has exploded. I order through an app. I get food delivered to the office. I use delivery services almost daily. This is modern reality.
Modern reality completely. After lunch, the afternoon work continues. I have afternoon meetings. I focus on deep work. I finish up projects. I tie up loose ends. I prepare for the next day.
The next day ahead. And here's another natural pattern. We use phrasal verbs constantly when describing routines. Finish up, tie up, log on, check in, follow up. These make your English sound authentic.
Sound authentic immediately. Work ends eventually. How do you describe leaving work? I clock out at 5. I log off around 6. I finish up by 5:30. I wrap up my day. I head home.
I head home, finally. The evening commute begins. Same as morning, but often more tired. I commute home. I drive back. I take the train home. I walk home. Simple, clear descriptions.
Clear descriptions needed. Once home, evening routines begin. This is where personal variation really shows. Everyone's evening looks completely different based on lifestyle, family, hobbies, preferences.
Based on preferences, definitely. Some people cook. I make dinner. I prepare a meal. I cook for my family. I try a new recipe. I order takeout. I heat up leftovers.
Heat up leftovers often. Others eat out. I go out for dinner. I meet friends at a restaurant. I grab something quick. I pick up food on the way home.
Way home conveniently. What about family time? I spend time with my family. I help my kids with homework. I play with my children. I catch up with my partner about the day.
About the day events. Or relaxation time. I unwind by watching TV. I relax on the couch. I scroll through my phone. I read a book. I listen to music. Common evening activities.
Evening activities varied. Exercise happens for some. I go to the gym after work. I do a workout at home. I go for a run. I take a yoga class. I try to exercise most evenings.
Most evenings, ideally. Notice try to. This acknowledges intention without claiming perfection. I try to exercise. I try to eat healthy. I try to get enough sleep. Very natural, very honest.
Very honest language. Hobbies fill evening time too. I practice guitar. I work on personal projects. I paint. I write. I learn languages. I pursue my interests.
My interests personally, social time matters. I text friends. I video call my family. I chat online with people. I engage on social media. Very 2026 social patterns.
Social patterns digitally. Household chores interrupt relaxation. I do the dishes. I clean up the kitchen. I do laundry. I tidy the living room. I take out the trash. Necessary routine activities.
Routine activities unavoidable. Evening wind down begins eventually. I start winding down around 9. I get ready for bed. I do my nighttime routine. I prepare for tomorrow.
For tomorrow, preparation. The bedtime routine is interesting. How do you talk about it? I wash my face, I brush my teeth, I take off my makeup, I change into pajamas, I set my alarm.
I set my alarm importantly. Sleep preparation in 2026 often involves technology. I set my phone to silent. I charge my devices. I check tomorrow's schedule. I set reminders.
I set reminders digitally. Many people have screen time limits now. I try to avoid screens before bed. I put my phone away an hour before sleeping. I read instead of scrolling.
Instead of scrolling mindlessly, sleep habits matter. I go to bed around 11. I try to get 8 hours. I aim to sleep by midnight. I usually fall asleep quickly. I struggle with insomnia sometimes.
With insomnia occasionally. Notice we're describing sleep patterns, not just sleep itself. I'm a light sleeper. I sleep like a rock. I wake up during the night. I need complete darkness to sleep.
To sleep properly. And that's the full cycle, from waking up to going to bed, your complete daily routine, the language to describe every part of it naturally and fluently.
And fluently, confidently. But here's what's important. Your routine is unique. These are frameworks, patterns, structures. You fill in your specific activities, times, preferences.
Your specific preferences, obviously. Let's talk about weekend routines. They differ from weekday routines usually. How do you express this? On weekdays, I wake up early. On weekends, I sleep in.
I sleep in gratefully. Sleep in means wake up later than usual. Very common weekend activity. I love sleeping in on Saturdays. I don't set an alarm on weekends. Natural weekend language.
Weekend language relaxed. Weekend routines might include I do errands on Saturday morning. I go grocery shopping. I clean the house thoroughly. I catch up on chores I missed during the week.
During the week, busy. Or leisure activities. I meet friends for brunch. I go hiking. I binge watch shows. I work on hobbies. I just relax and do nothing. All valid weekend choices.
Weekend choices freely. How do you talk about routine variations? Some days I wake up early. Other days I sleep late. Usually I cook, but sometimes I order out. Normally I exercise, but occasionally I skip it.
I skip it honestly. This variation language is crucial. Life isn't perfectly consistent. Acknowledging variation makes you sound realistic, not robotic. Most days, some days, once in a while.
Once in a while, occasionally. What about seasonal routine changes? In summer, I wake up earlier because of the light. During winter, I struggle to get up. My routine changes depending on the season.
The season, definitely. Or life phase changes. Since I started working from home, my routine completely changed. After having kids, my mornings became chaotic. When I moved cities, I had to adjust everything.
Adjust everything significantly. Let's address routine questions people ask. What time do you usually wake up? How do you answer naturally? Not just 6 o'clock. That's too abrupt.
Too abrupt, definitely. Instead, I usually get up around 6. I tend to wake up at 6:30 or so. Normally, I'm up by 7. It depends, but generally around 6. These sound conversational.
Sound conversational naturally. What's a typical day like for you? This is asking for your whole routine. Don't list everything robotically. Give a flowing narrative instead.
Narrative instead, storytelling. Well, I usually get up around 7, have a quick breakfast, and then I commute to work. I spend most of the day in meetings and working on projects. Then I come home, have dinner, relax a bit, and go to bed around 11.
Around 11, typically. See how that flows? It's not a list. It's a natural description, connected sentences, smooth transitions. This is how native speakers describe their routines.
Their routines, naturally. What about asking others about their routines? What time do you usually start work? Do you have a morning routine? What do you typically do after work? How do you spend your weekends?
Your weekends, usually. These questions show interest, help you understand someone's life, create conversation, build connection. Routine talk is actually relationship building in disguise.
In disguise, cleverly. Let's discuss some common mistakes. First, using present continuous for routines. I am waking up at 6 every day. Wrong. I wake up at 6 every day. Correct. Present simple for habits.
For habits, always. Second mistake, forgetting articles. I have breakfast, not I have the breakfast. I go to work, not I go to the work. Articles matter in routine descriptions.
Descriptions specifically. Third mistake, word order with adverbs. I always go to bed late. Wrong. I always go to bed late. Correct. The adverb position changes everything.
Changes everything meaning-wise. Fourth mistake, using wrong prepositions with time. I wake up in 6 o'clock. Wrong. I wake up at 6 o'clock. Correct. At for specific times, in for months, years, seasons.
Months, years, seasons specifically. Fifth mistake, translating directly from your language instead of using English phrasal verbs. Learn the natural combinations. Take a shower, not do a shower. Make breakfast, not do breakfast.
Do breakfast sounds wrong. These verb-noun combinations are called collocations. They're fixed. You can't mix and match randomly. Native speakers notice when you get them wrong.
Get them wrong immediately. Let's talk about how routines reflect culture. Different cultures have different routine patterns. Meal times vary, work hours vary, sleep schedules vary, social norms vary.
Social norms completely. In some cultures, lunch is the main meal and happens at 2 p.m. In others, it's a quick sandwich at noon. In some cultures, and culturally deeply, in 2026, routines also reflect technology integration. I check my notifications immediately. I track my habits with apps. I use smart home devices for my morning routine. Very modern reality.
Modern reality constantly. Some people optimize everything. I batch my tasks. I time block my calendar. I follow a strict schedule. Others flow more naturally. I just do things as they come. I don't really plan much.
Plan much consciously. Neither approach is wrong, just different. And your English should reflect your actual approach, honestly, not what you think you should say.
You should say authentically. One more crucial point about natural routine talk. Native speakers rarely describe their routines in chronological order, unless specifically asked. We jump around, highlight what's interesting.
What's interesting, particularly, I usually work from home, so I don't have a commute anymore. I try to exercise in the mornings before starting work. Oh, and I'm terrible at eating breakfast. I usually just grab coffee.
Just grab coffee quickly. See how that's not chronological, but it sounds natural, conversational, real. This is how people actually talk about routines in authentic situations.
In authentic situations, genuinely. We've covered so much today. Morning routines, work days, evenings, weekends, the language patterns, the common mistakes, the cultural aspects, the natural flow.
The natural flow, importantly. Remember the big secret we revealed? Use usually, typically, normally, tend to instead of always. This single change transforms your routine descriptions from textbook to native sounding.
To native sounding immediately. And remember, your routine is uniquely yours. Use these language patterns to describe your actual life, not some imaginary perfect routine. Authenticity resonates with people.
With people deeply. Thank you for staying with us until the end. We promised you crucial information, and we delivered. How to talk about routines naturally, how to avoid common mistakes, how to sound fluent.
To sound fluent, finally. Now tell us in the comments, what time do you usually wake up? What's the most interesting part of your daily routine? What's one thing you do every single day without fail?
Without fail, consistently. We genuinely want to know. We read every comment, we appreciate every viewer. You're part of our everyday English channel community.
Our community growing. If this video helped you understand how to describe your daily routine in natural English, please hit that like button. Share it with friends who are learning English.
Learning English seriously. And make sure you're subscribed to Everyday English channel because we create videos about real English for real life, practical topics, natural language, authentic communication.
Authentic communication, always. Thank you for your time today, for learning with us, for trusting us to teach you, for investing in your English skills. We don't take that lightly.
That lightly ever. Keep practicing these patterns. Use them in real conversations. Notice how native speakers describe their routines. Listen actively. Learn continuously. Improve constantly.
Improve constantly, definitely. Your daily routine is happening, whether you can describe it well or not. Might as well learn the English to talk about it naturally, right?
Naturally, fluently. Take what you learned today and use it tomorrow. Describe your routine to someone in English. Practice makes permanent, and the more you practice, the more natural it becomes.
It becomes effortlessly. Until next time, live your routine fully. Notice the patterns in your day, appreciate the rhythm of your life, and find the English words to express it all.
Express it all authentically. We'll see you next time on Everyday English channel for more conversations about real life in natural English.
In natural English, always. Take care, everyone.
Take care and enjoy your daily routine.
See you next time.